Mr. O'Halleran.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Gentlemen, thank you for being here today. General Selva, you had mentioned in your written comments about the 6.5% projection moving forward. How do we know that that's going to be enough money to be able to deal with the multitude of issues we've here, whether it's command and control or new systems coming on board?
So all I can tell you is that is our best judgment of what resources we're going to need to do the modernization on the schedule that we have laid it out. So that 6.5% estimate is actually based on taking all of the design and build programs and projecting them forward as a percentage of our base budget.
Admiral Moran, the Columbia class, the minimum the minimum that we need are 10 at a time, or 10. 2 are going to be down because of reactors replacement at times.
No, sir. The Columbia class has a reactor core that it will last for 40 plus years. So we will not have to re-core those unless we extend the life beyond 42 years.
I misread that then.
Yes,
Thank you very
the
much.
other two, the reduction from 14 to 12 is to account for the fact that the core lasts that long, and there's other maintenance that has to be done on any ship, and that's why we're able to do it with the 12 instead of the 14.
Okay.
Thank you.
And General Hyten, the cyber warfare aspects of all this, command and control, and the how has that factored into your cost estimates?
So I'll just say that, you know, we were having a conversation with Congressman Turner a while ago about the concerns about the NC3 capabilities that we have today. The good news about the nuclear command and control capability we have today is very cyber secure. When you build a system in the 60s, before anybody knew what the term cyber was, you have inherently built in an amazing amount of cybersecurity. The challenge that we have as we go into the future is that you can't build that again. We have to fundamentally build it now in a 21st century architecture, which will have the cyber threat that we have to work through. That is a significant element of our risk assessment as we go through, and part of the design criteria as we look at how we're going to do this nuclear command and control in the future.
And General, I mentioned cost also. How does that factor in as far as being able to fund the other systems which all require cyber issues also?
It's a significant element of the cost estimates. You'd have to ask the services for the details that are in those cost estimates. But I've talked to the DOD CIO in particular about that capability. I've sat in on the panels that General Selva was talking about a while ago. We look at those very close, and that cyber security, cyber resilience, cyber defense architecture is involved in every one of the plans that we come up with, as well as the cost estimates.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I yield.